Hello friends, welcome back gamers. Alright, let's play some more Hardened Scales, shall we? Just 2 days ago I got a 3-2 and a 4-1 with this list. Almost got the trophy, it was so close. We only lost the mirror in the finals. So I'm gonna try mostly the same. Sadly, Overseer gets dumped, he didn't do anything, so it was a cute fun-off, but the thing about cards like that is you can do some stuff with him, but mostly it's sort of a win-more situation where you're probably already winning when you get to activate something like that. Today I want to try this card and just put him in the main deck instead, just to see what he can do. He's kind of cool against Planeswalkers. When the opponent is a Planeswalker, he's a 3-1 trample, haste and hexproof, which is sick against like Solitudes and stuff. He's a food, so he's the food ability, and when an artifact is put into the graveyard, you can put a count on him and scry. So it's mostly to pressure the control decks. Usually when they have like a Renin 6 or a Teferi out, you can maybe kill them, because hexproof is kind of sick. So let's see. Maybe also good in some combo matchups as another aggro piece. But not great in some other matchups, so I'm just gonna put one in the main deck, because the sideboard is kind of tight. I like all my options in the different matchups. The metagame is kind of cool right now. If you look to MTG Goldfish, in the last 7 days, there was the Hardened Scales had a lot of success. Like, look at this, it's 3rd place in the last 7 days. Of course, that's not the biggest sample size, but in this challenge there were 6 Hardened Scales decks in the top 32, which is kind of sick, and in this one 3. So there's more Hardened Scales players around. We played the mirror twice on Friday, so like every league we played the mirror one time, which is kind of wild. I don't love the mirror because I don't want to beat my own deck, but we have 3 Forces of Vigor and 2 Haywire Mites and some Dismembers, so we are equipped to play the mirror too. And my only concern is that I hope people won't just put a lot more hate in their sideboards. Like, Stony Silence is coming back and Collector Oofs and stuff like that. But we'll see. Let's play the league, see you round 1. Okay, we have our first match on the draw against Fatal Flood. That's a cool name. He's got the Burning Eye card, Fire Prophecy. We gotta keep Hardened Scales, Grove, Urza Saga, Stirrings, 2 creatures. Uzolith, there's a pretty sick draw. We want another land, but Stirrings can find it. We want like a Ravager to win, but generally very good draw. When in doubt, and you have the card your deck is named after, you should probably keep. If you can cast it, of course. And I'm working a shitload of odd hours. Interesting. Do you work like support or something, where you have to come in when something breaks? Opponent is mulliganing to 6, we keep. Don't flood it, strained me. Fatal Flood. And this is the most important part of every match ever you play in Modern, because the matchups makes up so much, such a big difference in how I enjoy the match, if that makes sense. We're playing as Plains Swamp Forest. What does Plains Swamp Forest mean? It probably means it's a splash for an Omnath deck, and it's a thanks I hate it situation. But maybe we can draw a Wood Knight, which is our secret tag for this deck, if I'm predicting this correctly. But most likely a splash for, yeah, Prismatic Ending. This is the roughest matchup, or the one I just enjoy the least. Control decks these days are insane. But we've been known to win it in the past, so we'll see. It's just not really too much fun to play because the options are so good these days. Sometimes I maintain a few critical systems, so upgrades and maintenance require work during outage windows. Yeah. Basic Swamp, okay. Maybe we're not playing what I thought we were playing. Playing 2 Dust Down card. This most likely means Leyline Binding, but Basic Swamp means it's probably not an Omnath deck, because that's the one color that you don't need for Omnath. Look at this artwork though. I mean, that is beautiful. Giant, like, spider-like building, oozing some acid or whatever. If that's not black in the realm of magic, then what is? That's from some Phyrexian world. I don't know what the set is called, but something about Phyrexians. Cling to Dust. So it's some sort of maybe apps and mid-range strategy. Or chant splashing for domain. I have no idea what's happening. Which is cool, because usually you see one card and you already know the whole deck, but in this case we don't. Lands, very good. So let's play 2 creatures out, I think. I mean, we could make constructs, but I don't think that's what we want to do for now. I'd rather cast my cards. The question is kind of how to sequence it. Because in an ideal world, we get a Ravager and a Walker on the battlefield at the same time, or at least Walker and Zabazant have mana up to destroy because opponent has exile cards. Which means I don't want to get my Walker exiled, so I'll not cast him here. Could just cast the 1-drops. Could just cast Ravager plus another creature. We can get an Ozolith next turn of What's the Saga, which means getting stuff exiled is a little bit less bad than... I guess I do want to find a land. So let's cast all the 1-mana cards this turn. Shouldn't have made my land drop then all for now, but... I guess we take the Phyrexia's Core. That might actually be pretty good if they're a heavy interactive deck. And this way I can play these 2 cards together next turn, which is kinda good. What's up, Totumus? I have to update the deck list. We made some slight changes again. I'm playing one of Search Engine today. Let me do that while we pass the turn. Opponent's fetching a Godless Shrine. Okay. Fatal Push. Okay, Fatal Push. I kinda like seeing, but of course when it's the only creature, it is good removal. I do like trading off resources. I think it's just a Bw Coffers deck, probably, like Swamp Tribal. Because all the lands are swamps and they play a bunch of black cards. Swamp Tribal splashing for good white removal. Which means Karin, the great pain in my ass, is coming up, but maybe we can deal with him. Mango. If they just play Karin here, we can kill him. Well, not maybe, not quite. Decklist should be updated now on the overlay and on the command. Yep. One of the worst cards to play against with an artifact deck, since he shuts off all your abilities. But Search Engine would be good. The 1 ring has entered the revealed cards zone. So our task is to get the Karin and the ring. Oh my god, we actually drew him. Let's fucking go. Off the battlefield. Or kill the opponent before the ring drowns us in card advantage. So I could get the Haywire Might just as an answer to the ring. Of course, Then I kinda wanna keep up the mana to activate it. But I think that's a good idea. That's awesome, because this card now has haste, trample, and hexproof. We're gonna attack the Planeswalker, so it's gonna lose those abilities, but that's fine. Already rewarded for that decision today to put him in. So, if I play another card, they can first use a removal spell on my Haywire Might and then drop the ring. But they can do that anyway, even if I keep up the mana, so let's just cast our Ravager. Like, if that happens, we might still win the game. It's gonna be harder then. But they already played, like, well, I guess 2 1-mana removal spells. They have 4 cards in hand, 1 draw of the ring, but I guess with not keeping up mana, they can go ring, draw a card, and hope to find removal for Haywire Might. But I'll take that chance to be more mana efficient, I guess. And even then, it's a big board versus the ring, which is something we can hopefully win. We could, for example, make very many Thopters and hope to win that way. They're playing it out. Also, if I had mana up, I could exile the ring before they draw a card. So maybe playing the Ravager was not the best idea, but they still need in these 4 cards land and 0 mana removal card. 1 mana removal card. Okay. Alright, that happened, so shouldn't have played out the Ravager, but it was like we got kinda unlucky. We could still draw like the Cauldron, so all of our cards. Oh, we get a Scry. Do we want the land? Land means we can go Walker plus activate this. I think that's good. Because then we can make like really a lot of Thopters and hope to win the turn after. Opponent gets to draw basically 3 cards. He got 2 counters. This card's actually good right now. Opponent is protected at this point in time, so I'll just put these counters here. And we'll see what happens. No need to attack, right? We have a very good board against the opponent with potentially like 5 cards in hand, 18 life. And we have to now try to just win, because you can't beat the long-term card advantage the One Ring grants you. So like, yes, I wish I didn't play out the Ravager, but the chance that they find the removal spell of this card draw is like not that high. Cling to Dust with Saga. Okay. Wow, they got a lot of Cling to Dust. There was 3 main deck Cling to Dusts. I guess it's pretty good if you have a lot of mana off of your Bw Coffers. Opponent's at 18. For now we have 15 power on the battlefield. So we don't have to do much to present lethal. Can you wiggle out of this? Damnation doesn't do it because Walker is a card that exists. Could make Thopter tokens here. I think that's not worth it though. It's better to have your stuff up and make your opponent make the first move. Okay, in response to the drum, they're making a move. That's interesting. Like, why? Oh, reprieve. Sure. I'll do it again. I'm not afraid. Put those counters here, then we divided everything. And if I counted correctly, that's 17 power. So we have to do one thing, like sacrificing the drum before damage, and then they have to do something. And one removal spell does not... Okay, I'll take that. Does not help them win. Alright, nice. Wow. So Ginger did it. Without him, we would have had a harder time to kill Khan, because all we had was Arcbound Worker on 2 counters, and we can't activate anything. So we probably would have hit Khan down to 1, then they play the ring. And we're like in a way worse position. We can maybe still kill the Khan, but that was awesome. Okay, so it's a black control deck with good white cards. I think we still want the K1s, even if it is a control deck. Needle for the ring and the Karn, Haywire Might for the ring, Karn, and like ensnaring bridges and stuff. Not sure if we want to bring in forces. Most of our cards are pretty good in the matchup, so I even like the Phyrexia's core in the current matchup, so I think I'll take out Forest. Doesn't seem to be a Field of Ruin deck. Makes the mana a little bit more sketchy, but probably taking out a drum, it's not good against a Great Creator. So we make our mana a bit worse, but K1s is actually also a 5-color land, if you have it in your opener at least. And last cut is... I think I'll not play Forces of Vigor for now, we have 2 Mights. So we have to hope to deal with Karns. But Karn Bridge could be a hard lock. So maybe we play one of these forces to be able to deal with a bridge, you know, ensnaring bridge where I can't attack anymore. What to cut though? Maybe an Ozolith, since we can tutor it, and well, they do have the prismatic endings. Maybe one of these Ozoliths. Huh. Hard to say. Let's play it like that, and hope not to die to the Khan bridge lock. What's up, Rudy? What's up, Socks? What do you mean, lol? What did I say? Okay, we have the Gemstone, we have a Hardened Scales, we have the Melander. Pretty good hand. We are gonna perform an opening hand action while Fatal Blood mulligans to 6 cards. Basically, we start the game, but not really. Because if we were on the play, we'd play our 1 mana card in the first turn of the game. Is it Stole Cauldron, which we have to put to the bottom of the deck? Could also be Haywire Might, because we can tutor it anyway. And playing it out opens it just up to removal. Yeah, okay. Even though we're not gonna use our mana turn 1, sadly. Maybe we can draw a drum, work as a bars. Ravager. Ravager's good, especially with Cauldron. But yeah, this is gonna be sort of awkward turn 1. But we needed to do the Caverns thing anyway to have our colored mana going. Hopefully we draw lands. That's true, Rudy. That is very true. Indatha Triome. Do they even play Leyland Bindings, or is this for something else? Well, like, I haven't seen red or blue domain stuff. Any Thought Caesars? I think we play out the Ravager, since It's good against removal, and with Cauldron, it's good. It's even good to have it in the graveyard anyway. How cool is it that we put in a one-off Search Ninja and we run into a matchup where he's very good and draw him twice? What's the opponent doing though? Are they double queuing on us or something? Like, what is this hold up here? Land, please. I'm gonna use Stirrings, hopefully, to find land. If we whiff, which is kinda unlikely, we're losing. Okay, nice. This is a land and a threat. Amazing. And yeah, let's play out the Ravager. I can't F6. If they have exile cards, I can sacrifice him instead. And then possibly put him under the Agathas. This is Orcish Bowmasters. Well, I got a 2-2, so not scared of the Bowmaster. I like that this deck is really resilient, or just doesn't care about Bowmasters at all, really. There are spots where it's good, and it can also kill Mr. Ginger if they don't have a Planeswalker, so there's that, but well, Bw Coffers does actually not do anything for the opponent here. So that's the last land in their hand. Damn. Sure. Drum? Okay. I was gonna maybe tutor a drum to have 4 mana this turn. Opponent seems to have no more lands, otherwise why would you play out the land that doesn't make mana right now? So we could tutor drum in order to play Walker plus Cauldron here. Yeah, let's do that actually. And then use Cauldron to make Walker 4/4 and have the Ravager ability. So it's good against exile cards too. It's awkward we drew the drum, but I do play 2. I'd rather have drawn anything else because we probably don't need 2 drums. But we can still sacrifice it. Oh, I sideboarded out 1. Well, actually no, then we can't do what I just wanted to do. Then I guess we tutor a 1-drop and play Cauldron. Well, worst draw in the deck then. I want to take the lands that are the best against removal spells. So maybe it's just Ozolith. Play drum past the turn. But we're only gonna have 3 mana then next turn. Let's grab these Abaz, I guess. We can play the drum, which is basically free. And I'll cast the Cauldron. And okay, we do have mana up to put cards onto Nexus, like to animate Nexus if they remove our thing. So worst case is 2 removal spells, best case is they don't have a land and no removal spell. Let's see what happens. Oh, Master's looking very orcish right now. What's up, Frogomid? Yeah. They had to ping face because our creature didn't die to it. And we don't draw any extra cards anyway. I had Fatal Blood. Are you mana screwed? Best draw for them is Urborg. Worst draw is cards that cost more than 2 mana. Yo, they have the original Bw Coffers. That is awesome. This card was printed way back in, I think Scourge is what the set is called, and made modern legal through one of the Horizon sets. Which is funny because they printed a card that does the same thing but worse. Cabal Stronghold. Like, you have to pay 3, and it only counts basic swamps, so that card is actually terrible. It does make colorless too, so that is a slight upside, but it's just unplayable because it only counts basic swamps. So in Dominaria they thought Cabal Coffers was too good for modern or standard, I guess. And then they made it modern legal through Horizons. Why is this so slow? Fatal Flood, what are you doing? It's trying, okay. Yeah. I hate double cures. I'm not sure if Fatal Blood is one of them, but they've been playing really slowly. Did you know that in the game Super Smash Bros. Melee Dr. Mario's neutral air gets stronger the longer it's active? It's basically like a reverse sex kick, unlike Mario's neutral air, which is the strongest in its first few active frames, like all other sex kicks. Dr. Mario's neutral has the opposite effect. Wow, I never knew that. Thank you for sharing that fun fact with us, Rudy the Raven. Dude, what is this? Oh, I'm out of here. One is trying to bore me to death because they can't beat a Stingy Boy. Or Soup. Alright, you got 2 mana. Prismatic ending the Soul Cauldron. That is a legal play. I'm still gonna exile my Ravager and put 2 counters on my Glimmer Wasp. But not sacrifice it. I mean, we could make a lethal Yawgmoth Nexus here and kill them next turn with it. Like, they have no mana. Because we can sacrifice these 2 cards. Actually, we can't do that, because then we wouldn't have enough next turn to animate this and destroy that. Alright, let's just let it happen. I think I wasn't able to assemble lethal, but almost. If I draw a land, I could have. It's a legendary land, but it would have done the job. It's so awkward, because we would have to give up on our good K1s for playing another bad one. But I'm guessing we don't want to play the Melander anyway. Just keep up mana to destroy Walker in case something happens to him. It's a Bass Momento. What's up, Arislan? Did I eat the Cauldron? Oh, dang, I could have done that, right? Yeah, would have 2 more counters here. Oh, they did actually find the Urbox, so they have mana now. The One Ring. So we could have 2 more counters on the Glimmer Wasp. I hate the One Ring. Such a dumb card. And Prismatic Ending too. Yeah, like, what I could have done is eat Cauldron and Drum. Then I could destroy the Zabaz on my turn. And if I did find the land, which I did, I would have moved 8 counters to Nexus and kill them. But I needed 1 more mana to activate it. But it would maybe still have been a good idea. the downside of having 2 of legendary land. Sadly, you can't really play this and tap it and let it go to the graveyard. You have to let the good one go. Because legend ruling doesn't use the stack. Wow, Vlad's gonna time themselves out or something. How are they planning to win a game 3 if they play this slowly? We did win a timeout game just the other day, where I was down 4 minutes after game 1, down to like 7 minutes after game 1. That was crazy. It was a grind fest of a game 1 against another combo deck. I was at 7, they were at 11. We lost game 2 and in the end won on time in game 3. It was one of the craziest matches I have ever played. Why is this so slow though? I'll be right back. Right, the opponent finally decides to actually cast a card. Prismatic ending on Walker. That's fine, we can destroy it in response. I was actually more worried about losing the Bast, to be honest. Because that's my way to beat exile spells. And we can uptick the Search Engine with destroying cards, which is kinda nice. Ooh, Ballista. That's kinda sick. If we still had our Cauldron, opponent was dead. So which of our 2 cards should we play here? I think it's Ginger. Keep up mana. Next turn go with the Ballista. And the ability to kill the bars and put stuff onto the Ballista. And hopefully kill them. Because once again, you can't really win the long game against the ring. Either you have an answer to it immediately, or you have to... If I had a Ravager, I can make a Ballista big enough to kill them upkeep. So hopefully no Damnation. Most other stuff is beatable. Opponent find the best draw. Oh wow, they're drawing well. They have like a lot of mana now. And we find our worst draw. So they can maybe do Card Bridge or something and we... They would at least still have cards in hand though. Before Khan resolves, we might want to activate Sabaz. We could destroy Sabaz itself and make Ginger a gets 2 counters by itself and 5 from Sabaz. So it would have 8 power, no 10. You can just destroy a Thopter to make Ginger a 5/3. Like I don't want it to die to a random Bowmaster. But if they get Ensnaring Bridge, we want our Thopters to be around. They would have at least 3 cards in hand, or at max. Alright, let's do the destroy 1 Thopter thing. The big Ginger 5-3, which can kill Karn at least. Through these blockers when if they tutor. But not if they get Ensnaring Bridge, so this is pretty rough. We could have killed them if we were like, okay, what is this? Oh, okay, that's bad. They had Bowmasters in response. But that was like, that line would have only worked if we draw the land, which we did, but can't know that, of course. If they don't get bridge, I guess Sabat can kill the Karn in the air. Opponent's gonna time themselves out if this goes to a game 3, so I'm not gonna concede. Even if we are locked out of the game. Engineered explosives, okay. That's pretty good too. It would be okay to be behind a bit, but they have the ring out, so they're drawing so many cards. Still think we have to kill the Karn and not go live, because otherwise they get a bridge and we're never making any progress anymore. But we're pretty much probably dead. They can't find removal spells and the ring kills them, I guess, but that's never gonna happen. They just find another ring off of all these draws, get protection again and reset the counters. Third Coffers. Opponent drew very well after keeping the most questionable hand. Another Karn. Cityscape Leveler. That's pretty good, especially if you can't use your Power Stone. But wait, what? Okay. So they have another Engineered Explosives for 0 or something. Put that here, I guess. Fatal Push. Yeah, I guess we can concede this one. There's no chance they die to the ring. They even have some life gain with this. But actually, I'm gonna play it out just because opponent's playing so slowly and I wanna punish them for it. Tell me if that's BM, but I don't think so. I guess we are dead anyway, but make them click a few more times. The game went as badly as it could after a very good start. They find Urborg exactly after being mana screwed for a turn. there again in the other match, I guess. Alright, got a keeper. I hate how prismatic ending can just always shut down your turn 1 hard scale draw. That being said, not enough reason not to play it out. Okay. Blood-stained Meyer. I'm gonna play the Ballista, because if they have an exile card, Ballista can kill itself. And we get it under the Cauldron. And they take 2 damage. What's up, Wacky? How's it going, brother? Godless Shrine. Fatal Push, I guess. Take 5 damage on the first turn of the game. Or whatever that's worth. Going good. Nice. Urborg. I guess we try to find a land with this. Sager, please. Alright, I'll take an Yawgmoth. I'd love a Ravager, but we do need the 3rd land. Can't really play on 2. I'll play out the Cauldron and not a creature, because Hangerback Walker is really bad against just getting exiled. I mean, Cauldron too, but that's gonna happen anyway, I guess. I don't know. Guess I'd rather make them use it and then... Okay. Is it worth exiling something? Probably doesn't matter. I guess stalling on time or something. Patchwork Haywire Might is actually sick. Because making Patchwork a Ballista is insane. Even, especially with hardened scales out. Friend's been playing scales and sent him your videos. Yo, nice, thank you for recommending me. If they fetch, I do the Cauldron thing in response, because then they can't kill Patchwork. Oh, that makes mana. Orcish Bowmasters. Sure. That doesn't kill Haywire Might though, because I have Cauldron up. Now both of these get to be Ballistas. That's not... Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's annoying. That's actually pretty annoying, yeah. Cling to Dust. I guess they hate the Cauldron, that's why they have all these in the main deck. So the Haywire Might does die. And I don't get my Patchwork Ballista. Hopefully no Aaron again. But knowing my opponents, they always have the stuff I say I don't want them to have. At least we have Haywire Might in the graveyard, which means we can make our creatures Haywire Mights, which is kind of good with Hangerback Walker. Because if they play the... I guess we do that now, so they can't exile it again. So if they play Ring, we can make 4 Thopters and kill the Ring, which is kinda nice. Opponents now in the red zone. I mean, if they're a seasoned double queuer, they know how not to die to the timeout, but Great creator. I have to let that happen, because if I make Thopters in response, they just... I mean, they don't have no more mana. But I don't really have a target for this, I would have to kill my own thing. So I could exile my drum and make 4 Thopters, is that worthwhile? Probably not, but it would guarantee killing Khan. We can animate Nexus, Pendlehaven it, but that is only 2 damage. I guess we have to do it. This card is too annoying to leave him around, especially letting them untap with it. Yeah, sad times, but... Because Search Injure doesn't do it, I can't really get a trigger to make it bigger if the Karen is out. More waiting. These matchups are always fine and fair until they have the ring. But at least for now we have odds to that, as long as Cauldron is around and we get this card off the battlefield. Can't use Cauldron at this point in time, but now we can again, because we can kill this with the Thopters. I guess they still get to tutor the engineered explosives. So the Thopters aren't long for this world. Oh, you meant Yawgmoth, Cauldron it. That would have been nice, but yeah. Wasn't the thing as long as Karen is out. Thanks for one. The Ozolith. And I think just first things first, kill the Karen. I mean, this is haste, but I can't really attack with it, it just trades with Bowmasters. I could attack player for 1, but what if they have a sneaky Solitude? Probably don't, but I don't want to take any chances. I should have cast that for Yawgmoth Nexus. But it probably doesn't matter much. Just gonna pass. I have some mana up for activations. I think the opponent's gonna time out. How are they gonna kill us from this position on 3 life? I mean, they have the engineered explosives, but then they pay 2 mana to kill the Thopters and the Orc Army, and we still have all these cards out. I mean, I've been saying they might be double queuing, you never know. They could be just having a really slow computer, or be new to the game, actually take a long time to make decisions, but if they are, then it's always really annoying. I was gonna foresee issue by that. I would take 1 less damage in combat, but doesn't really matter much. Nice. Yeah, let's play that. Yeah. There's no way this game ends with us dying. Either they time out or we kill them. Like, I don't see it happening in 2 minutes the way they're playing with a control deck. Possibly this is a mistake. We'll see. This song is so funny, yeah, it's amazing. March of Wretched Sorrow. That's not gonna work though. It's x equals 2. CAULDRON has been super impressive. The card reads well and plays out even better. So I might actually consider adding a third one to the list. It's been actually every time I had it so fucking good. Nice, we actually won. We beat the opponent's clock. That's amazing. So again, in game 2 we could have won if I played the line where we win when we draw a land, but I didn't want to go for it since they were mana screwed anyway. But they just top decked perfectly out of it, which of course is a thing that can happen. Anyway, I'm happy we beat the Karn deck and on to round 2. Match 2 and play against most likely the mirror match, because I know the username from the Hardened Scales Discord. We have a good hand though, so let's see. Need another land. I asked Mirror in the chat and they say, smiley face, nope. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's not a mirror match. They say it won't be good. Not sure what that means. Good for me, good for them. Forest, Ignoble Hierarch. So, opponent's me. Well, Forest Hierarch doesn't mean goblins though, does it? This is sad though. We have the perfect draw against Ignoble Hierarch. Kill that immediately. Like, this is Bolt the Bird and keep your Ballista. Yeah, it's Yawgmoth. That's a hard matchup for me. But they had Hierarch and not the 1-2 card. I'm still on Freo's plan. It's too important with all the hate. Oh, I'm F6. Okay, nice. So it's basically just a trade. I almost let them have Bowmaster's End token, reading the chat and F6ing. You should almost never F6 with this deck if you have anything else that activates for 0 mana. Ooh, Saga. You can't wait 4 turns to fetch it with Saga. It's only 2 though, is it? I mean, if you want to make constructs, you play Saga on turn 2 and then have also on turn 4, so for that matter, it's kind of 4 turns. Anyway, the game plan is, I think, Ravager ends Abath here. Since if I just play Shattered Spire and ends Abath, they can go like, well, actually, what are they gonna do? Grist doesn't kill anything. And there's not more main deck hate. Yeah, I like that now, actually. And Bowmaster doesn't kill it, of course. I've played the Mirror twice on Friday. In every league I played one time, the Mirror. So that was kind of rough. We won it once and lost it once. But I just don't love playing the Mirror. Because, like, don't want to kill my brethren. Other IT. Can't quite kill them, right? We would have needed to draw the land to go for the Nexus kill. If we destroy the Zabaz with its own ability, it moves 5 counters. So I guess we stir. Ballista sounds sick. Anyway, to that earlier argument, I agree that with all the prismatic endings and shit, you can totally play 3 Ozoliths, no problem. Play that out, I guess. Keep the Ravager in hand for the kill. And this lets us battle them casting Yawgmoth. Attacking doesn't really do anything, but... we could still die. Yawgmoth is crazy good at killing you. They can play Yawgmoth with 1 mana up. They have 1 Undying card, so we probably don't die this turn. But if we drew a land here, we could have just won by casting Ravager and animating Nexus. Sadly, that didn't happen. But coming back to that discussion, I cut the Nosolith finally, just because I had to make room for some stuff, like 2 Cauldrons. But okay, they're both H-wing my Ballista. I could ping the Wall of Roots dead. I don't really need the forest. I could ping the Strangleroot guys dead. Probably the better option. They already used Wall of Roots, so only 2 more mana. I'm pretty sure we win this game. Do they have a not dead after all effect, or it's just Code of Calling for 1? It would be funny to play that in Yawgmoth, right? Not dead after all, or Undying Evil or whatever. So we can, with the Saga, tap it for mana, get Springleaf Drum, cast Ravager, animate Nexus. Kill them. Ballista 2. We could even just get an Ozolith and destroy the Zabaz. Multiple ways to kill them here. Yeah, I guess we do that. No sneaky reach. Ozolith means 3 counters become 5. 3 counters from Ozolith become 5. Okay, nice. Opponent knows there are also a hardened scales enjoyer. This is a hard matchup, so winning game 1 is awesome. We have a lot of hate too. I'm not sure about the Jailers, they do shut down the Undying cards for 2 mana. The thing is, you don't want to take out too much of your main engine. Opponent does play Grixis, but it's still not the Search Ranger matchup I'm hoping for. So do we wanna also play the Jailers? Yeah. Does Haywire Might do anything against Yawgmoth? Chalice is for them also just against the Cascade cards. Not really right. Alright, let's take out the Might too. Maybe play one Jailer. It's all about stopping them from doing the combo, I guess. Because if we go now, safekeeping could do some stuff. I think this is fine. It could be a Soul Cauldron stare down. When both players have it out, it gets really awkward. Okay. We have the Gemstone draw. No scales effect, but we do have the Cauldron. So that's key for me. We have all the good 2-drops, but we have to exile a card. Could be Zabat. Could be any of the other cards. Sadly goes to exile. Or, yeah, to exile, not graveyard. Young Wolf, interesting. Double Cauldron draw. Maybe they're gonna kill it. How do we play this? I'm gonna play the Ravager, I think. They're probably not doing any graveyard related stuff yet. And we can still play Cauldron on our second turn then. Yeah, 2 Undying Creatures is scary, but with Cauldron out we can exile them before they come back. Just kinda neat. We have the main deck graveyard hit. I think we have to not play the scales yet, just play the Cauldron out. I mean, they can get Yawgmoth with Eldritch Evolution next turn. So, yeah, let's just get it down. I don't think I'm scared of taking 3 damage, and I'm not gonna block either way. So let's just get our 1 damage in. Boseiju played out. Drist. Okay. Can we find a land? Good music. No attacks. I think I'm gonna stir for the land. We do need kind of another land. Right, that Saga is great. Could also go for the Nexus. I think Saga's better. So we could already do a Ballista on 0 and Cauldron it, which might actually be a good idea here. Because otherwise they could just go Yawgmoth and ruin our day, kinda. Hopefully no endurance. Everything's a Ballista. They kinda gotta jump block this. Oh. Okay. I guess they both come back, but... I think I've got to kill the Grist before they destroy my Ravager. Because I don't have any other creatures out. Hopefully not second Grist in hand. The double block was kinda smart. If they play Yawgmoth, we have to kill the insect. Because then they would have to give up on one of the Undying Creatures and Can't reset them. Oh, no place. Interesting. Helping that. Cool matchup though. Love it. I hope Ravager survives this, otherwise we are kinda in trouble. No more creatures out. Well, we'd get a construct and put a counter on it, which is something. CAULDRON, interesting, yeah. So they can take Mazabaz away, but it doesn't do much for them. Wall of Roots. Why activate right now? Oh, they get the mana ability. That's pretty cool. Is there some sort of infinite happening? With these Undying cards now? Not really, right? They don't come back as long as there's a +1/+1 counter on them. The infinite combo is Wall of Roots. Ability on an Undying card plus... What was it? Ballista ability? Do you want to ping this dead now? What can happen? If it was a -1/-1 counter, it would be sort of an infinite mana situation, right? But it's not. So how can you take off the +1 counter without Yawgmoth? Is there any other way? Ballista, right? So they would have to play the Ballista and CAULDRON it next turn or something. I think I'm gonna kill this. Before it gets the +1, the second +1 counter. Legion's End. Exile target creature an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less, and all other creatures that play controls with the same name as that creature. Then the player reveals the hand and exiles all cards with that name from the hand and graveyard. That's kinda wild. So we don't want it exiled, so we ping that, because it's a 3/1. What a turn, we kinda cleared the board. Maybe this Saga is gonna help us do the game. Alright, I don't think we have to play the cage. I'll just make a construct Ravager right away, maybe. I guess we have to keep up CAULDRON. Do we? They have no board and 3 mana. What's the worst that can happen? Land drop, creature Eldritch Evolution, but then it's just Yawgmoth. Play Ballista. Yeah, I think I just keep up everything. We do something end step. The CAULDRON stare down is super interesting, because one CAULDRON can fizzle the other. Grist is a creature card in the graveyard, so it does trigger the +1 counter. One of his Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. What does that do here? This is a +1 counter that makes mana now, that's really cool. What does the Bowmaster do here? Wait, they're targeting something else? So they can make more mana They can do code for 2 or something in response here. I have no place, so I have to let this happen. So their cards are now Grixis too, but it's end step. This is so cool. But they're passing, so no quad happening. Because they could make 1, 2, 3. They can make actually a lot of mana. This is actually really awesome. And now we Haywire might the Cauldron though, right? So no more shenanigans for them. Wait, where's my mites? Are they both gone? Did I take them out? What is going on? Did I sideboard wrong? Oh, I did take them out, right? I didn't think about Cauldron boarding. I mean, I could needle. No, that doesn't really do much. Alright, then we just try to ping the opponent's board down and kill them. Totally forgot they have Cauldron when I sideboarded. Don't try this at home, gamers. Anyway, to win though. Shouldn't have taken a counter off here then. Didn't really consider that too much. I should have made a construct. I thought I was Haywire mating. Or just get. Oh, this is fine. We can activate Cauldron and then play another one, but the Ballista under it would be gone. I think we just win here. Are we playing around something? Attack for 9, ping 6. Nice match. I made some sketchy plays, but we won in the end. We just had really good draws, not gonna lie. Alright, that was awesome. Use Cauldron end of that turn on trash so you can use it on yours without them fizzing it. Yeah, that was kind of what happened, right? I got, well, trash. I got just a creature that doesn't have an ability. And they did the Grist thing. Stuff got scary with their creatures. They could have like quadded for something. But once we untap and get more counters, we just wipe the board and kill them. That was sick, that was tight. Moving on to match 3. I'm having fun, so I hope that doesn't get disturbed. Alright, yo, on the play, we are up 2-0 against Kmoa, who says good luck, have fun. You too, opponent. Well, I was happy enough seeing Towards the Sagas, and Towards the Sagas might be enough to beat some decks, but I don't think I keep this. Against some other decks, it's just gonna lose. Okay, this is really good. So how does this hand play out? Nexus, Drum, Ravager into nothing. It's kind of awkward because we need the Drum for green mana. Best case we draw a 1-drop. But it's good enough to not go to 5. Dude, we beat Yawgmoth the last 2 times we played, and I used to always lose that matchup. For one, I guess I know how it works better. But also the matchup got better because we now have our Cauldrons to battle their graveyard strategies. Scalding Town. I am gonna play the Ravager. It's awkward, he's probably gonna die. Even get maybe spells snared or something. But I don't think not doing anything is gonna win us the game. If they just bolt it... Okay, so yeah, spell snare. People play that more because they hate the Bowmasters mostly. I've seen that card and it's very good against hardened scales too. All of these cards are 2-drops and some of these. So we're playing against what, Murktide or blue-red control probably with this Hall card. Okay. I think we're in a position to go end-step Construct. Since they obviously can have counterspell here, it's very good to just pass against that. And do something that can't get countered. But the Saga is so good. So hopefully no Blood Moon, okay. I don't think you see this card in Murktide, it's probably some sort of control deck. They could have the Dress Down, of course. But I'm still gonna make a second one here. And get an... I think we want Sabaz. We have... If they get rid of our constructs, we have not many more creatures. We can play the Shattered Spire. I'm gonna attack. If they dress down in combat, it's still fine. We can tap this and cast the Shattered Spire. I was kinda expecting that, yeah. At least they can't get another counter another card with it. Because when you cast a modular card and it's on the stack and they dress down, it enters with 0 counters, which is obviously really bad for us. What's happening? Did I not play land yet? Okay, that's what's happening. I knew I had enough mana for this, but I brain farted a bit. Another spell snare? Okay, no. I think we have enough fuel to actually Yawgmoth them if they play some stuff on their turn and just tap out. Probably not happening, but... So, if we cast the Ravager, it has 2 counters, Sabaz adds 4, Drum adds 2, is 8, makes 9. Sunken Ruins. Grixis Control is back on the menu. Not gonna try to do that then. Could Ozolith onto an Yawgmoth and attack. Just Ozolith on Sabaz, I guess. Why would you play Grixis in a world where the Beanstalk and Solitudes exist? That's crazy to me. Do they have the Steel card? That's fine, I guess. You can destroy it in response. Yeah, that card is really good against hardened scales, but thankfully... Oh, it's still beginning of combat too. They should have done that after we attack. Because now we might attack with this, if they don't have another removal card. And that's a 2-turn clock. This is so funny, there's always small things in Magic that make a huge difference, like which phase you cast your card. Might make or break this game for them. Lightning Bolt doesn't save them. Actually, almost nothing saves them. Because most cards say non-land card. Brazen Borrower. They don't have Delirium. So I think we go all in with the Yawgmoths. But we can't activate both And also Lith, but we can activate both and Pendelhaven, so let's do that. I guess dress down means they lose flying. Maybe they can block it somehow or something. Nice. Wow, that was awesome. Wanna played that in the wrong phase and just lost the game because of it. Okay, some sort of control deck over there. I'm still gonna put in the Gemstone Caverns over the core. Generally, we are pretty good against control decks that don't have beans, solitudes, prismatic endings, and the likes. And I don't know what to expect, really. We could play Relic. Maybe it's a wizard deck with the Flame of Anor. Snapcaster Mage stuff, they could have Murktides. Is anything bad? Ginger and Haywire Might are like, could be good, could not be good. Yeah, I'll take out Sir Ginger for a Relic. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. If we go to a game 3, we're not gonna know more of what they're doing. We could maybe play the safekeepings instead. Because it's very good against stealing the steel card. We do beat it the way we just did, and with Ravager, but sometimes you don't have that. Also with... Oh, I forgot to take out the card, the land. So now we're on 61, which is actually fine, because I was gonna say you can sacrifice stuff with Phyrexia's core. Alright, one lander, mulligan, even though we have one more land now. Another one lander. What is happening? I added an additional land and I drew 2 one-landers. Are we brave enough to keep the one-lander with pretty good cards? I'm not gonna. Alright, that's gonna be a good 5, I guess. Not fast. Do I want to top deck a land or top deck spells? Walker is really bad against... What's the card called? Archmage's Charm. Good against most of the other removals. Ravager is always a fine draw. Scales doesn't mulligan a lot. It's basically a monocolor deck. And it doesn't really need anything hyper specific, but sometimes I do only play 22 lands. I'm on 23 now, but sometimes you just draw 2 one-landers and go to 5. Alright, time to get something countered, I guess, but what's the Saga might be good again. Nice. Let's see if they want to use their whole turn to kill our thing. Let's start by... So they can't really Archmage's Charm anything here, which means I think once again I'm gonna pass and make a construct, attack for 1, since if I play Ravager and they have Archmage's Charm, it's just gonna get rid of it. Alright, so looks like they are gonna kill Patchwork, even though it's just a 1-1. That's fine. So now I might cast spells instead of making a construct, because they lose to dress down anyway and opponents tapped out. So always go to combat first, I guess. Well, if you pass, you go to combat anyway, but whatever. Hmm. Ozolith is kind of a liability against Archmage's Charm specifically. Let's just grab Ballista and play it and still have a backup Ballista. And if we want an Ozolith, we can get it next turn from Urza's Saga. We're hitting the fine matchups today too. Which is all of them besides Yawgmoth. Just despise the deck so much. I think we make one construct. It's gonna not be mana efficient here. But we have like different angles trying to play the game. Maybe I should have sequenced my lands differently. This doesn't really work. I mean, I could get a drum here and cast a Ravager if I wanted to. Could just get the Relic to prevent them from doing some Snapcaster shenanigans. I'm not sure how much they're using the graveyard, but... Like, Ozolith is sick, but so bad when they steal it. And we don't have a way to destroy it out. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling and use the Relic. Because I think it's probably a Flame of Anor deck. Snapcaster Mage stuff. Opponent's like, what are you doing? I'm not even a graveyard deck. Like, it's possible they're not. Black mana. Fatal Push, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure how good these decisions were. We'll find out. Like, obviously giving the control deck a lot of time is also not amazing. It's Flame of Anor, right? Yeah, draw 2 cards, sure. So now they could Snapcaster it. And then I'm happy I have my Relic out. Two red. Obsidian Karma. Wow. I have 3 lands that make colorless mana. 2 mana, 4 for flying, destroy land. That's sick. Cool card. See it in Rhinos sometimes. Should have gotten Drum, I guess. Play the Worker because I still think they have Snapcaster Mage. We're falling behind this game, but it's not over. Does Karma mean we want to play Dismembers? Since it also kills wizards that enable Flame. You have to kill the wizards before they flame though. As soon as it's on the stack, it already has its modes cut out for itself. Attacking, does that mean dress down or something? Not afraid of my construct. Hardened Skills. What's up, Daniel? Decklist should be up to date. Cast into the fire. Exile target artifact. That's kind of rude. Doesn't matter on the construct, but why does it exile? I guess the ring is too strong to be just destroyed. Well, we're gonna have to do something at some point, but that point is not yet. Because they have counter magic anyway. Maybe not. 4 Steel Overseers. I have not seen that yet. That sounds fun. I tried a one-off and it wasn't really good. Did they also play like 3 Cauldrons or something? Like it can be really good with Cauldron, right? Did kind of feel like a win more card to me though. We find land, that's good. Yeah, that sounds hella fun. Did it also do anything or did someone just try it out? Opponent hasn't made a land drop in forever, so their hand's full of removal cards and counter magic, which is not good when you only have a 1/1 on the battlefield. Might relic end step here to hopefully find a land and cast my 2 good cards. Got second in the challenge. That is awesome. Destroy a land. And we get a basic land. Draw a card. Sure. Opponent hasn't found a land of their own in like forever. I got second in the challenge with this. That is awesome. Like people trying out bold decisions where everyone says don't do it, and it just works out. That is so good. And we really want to resolve something, but it's probably not happening. One is on the tempo plan with the 4/4 flying. No land. And no land, but it's a pretty good card. So we die in 2 turns to this Camo. We still have 5 cards in hand, it's kinda insane. Yeah, we resolved the card. It says 8th place. Is that wrong or? Basilisk Collar. 3 Cauldrons, 4 Overseers, I love it. Might have to run that list sometime. Engineered Explosives on 1. Alright. Insult to injury. Okay, we got controlled this game. But we have another one. In what seems to be an okay matchup. Archmage's Charm specifically is the scary card. And maybe I played around it too much here. I mean, we're not dead, but we're not doing this comeback. So let's concede. I don't think we want the dismembers. Safekeeping is gonna be good. There's another way to... They have a lot of removal cards. Probably don't need Might. And second drum, maybe. They could be a Blood Moon deck, but... Probably not. Since this splash like black cards off of no swamps, I don't know. Could also take out the relic. Because like on the play maybe we just wanna be fast and kill them. Scroll up, you see the rounds for top. Oh, it's 8th place in the Swiss and then top 8 They made it all the way to the finals with 4 Steel Overseers. Okay, no, interesting hand, I'll keep it. This hand can go really well or really badly. And let's hope for the first of those 2 options. Mistaken. What did Benjamin play? Grinding Station. Yeah, I've been also known to lose to that deck. It's a deck with some interaction and a combo that can kill you out of nowhere. Alright, so we have... Hopefully they don't have a spell Snare again. The card seems to be good in the current meta. Counter up the Beanstalk, counter Bowmasters, and counter every card Hardened Scales plays. Opponent though, Xander's Lounge. Let's play out 1 Saga turn 2 and then 1 probably like turn 4. Since they have dressed down, we don't need to make every construct ever. Sulfur Falls. Nice. We have quite the engine, but needs creatures. Also, no red mana, which is annoying. Because we can't do Zabas things. This is ice. 2 blue mana. I'll be fine with an ice. Yeah. I could have used safekeeping just to make them not draw the card, but probably not worth it. Patrick is fine draw. Wow, imagine at some point they pay for the ward and we counter their card with safekeeping. So either they kill it now, or we might really get them. And if they kill it now, they don't have mana for my turn. Which is all things that I like to happen. Looks like they're just gonna bolt it or push it. Grixis land, Izzet land, I land. Cool Ravnica Island. Ravnica is such a cool plane. 3 mana. Fatal push. Play forward. Sadly, they didn't wait for our turn. But the safekeeping can keep something safe later. Wish we had red mana though, then we could grab the bus here and do a lot of stuff. Stirringes. Maybe we can find red mana off of Stirrings. We actually don't, but Ballista is okay. What's the Saga 2? Ballista is a card that they can't steal with Charm. We're gonna have safekeeping up too. What's happening? What are they debating here? Is there any 0 mana card? Probably just AFK. I'm actually gonna play out the Walker. We do have safekeeping up, so they can't just steal it. Wish I had a way to kill it though. But maybe they are forced to kill it. Alright, we have a board and an engine. What do you have, opponent? What do I have to be scared of? Exile and artifact? We haven't seen any wizards, which is funny. Maybe it's just Snapcaster Mage. Soul CAULDRON. That's nice with Ballista. Let's attack first and see what happens. Opponent missed a land drop too in their control deck. 7 cards in hand. We gotta force their hand and hopefully kill them before they stabilize. 2 blue. Snapcaster Mage. I think that works out. We might not even have to use the safekeeping. Because either card they kill is fine with us. Keep safekeeping for an Archmage's Charm. Yeah, sure. Could play the Cauldron here on Ballista on 0, but that could be a bit too forward. I think we just play the Ballista out. Like, they have so many things on the board they have to deal with, and we have safekeeping too. And now they have bigger worries than countering the Cauldron in our hand. I have a hard time imagining a sequence of cards for them to stabilize. Their mana screwed too, so I should have totally killed the Snapcaster Mage, I guess, before they can cast a flame. Forgot about that. Then again, destroy an artifact, draw 2 cards, or destroy an artifact, deal 5 isn't even gonna be that good for them. Like, they'd pass with no mana up. You wanna attack me? I'm gonna do this now. They can still cast a flame in response if they have it. Okay, nice. And I should have done it on my turn. Dress down, upkeep. Sure. I think actually we can kill them now because we can still grant abilities with Cauldron. Alright, yeah, they would have died upkeep anyway. Awesome, 3-0 once again. Hitting good matchups, but... Well, Yawgmoth isn't actually a good matchup, but... Besides that. Let's go, see you next round. Okay, gamers, we are on the play against Runner. Good hand. Maybe a little bit dirtly with the 2 stirrings, but really good draw regardless. I'm sorta... Like, I'm happy we won, but I'm sorta bummed out the Grixis control deck got mana screwed. Because I kinda wanted to see more of that deck. Like, off-meta, cool stuff. How is their Ginger? Is it worth buying and testing? Well, I mean, the thing is... It doesn't cost anything, so you can definitely get it. The 0.03 tickets. And it's good in some very specific matchups, and in others it's probably not great. Like Dice to Bowmaster and stuff. But we already got the Search Engine value. First match of the day we played against Bw Coffers, and he's awesome to kill Karen, the great pain in my ass. And we had the one of both games. Or at least in the first game we killed Karen with him. That was so cool. What is this? Plains, it looks awesome. Plains can mean a lot of things. I hope it doesn't mean solitudes and prismatic endings. And beanstalks and rings. Springleaf Drum. So we're playing against Hammer. Hammer is a tricky matchup. But they didn't do anything on that turn 1, so I'll get my engine going. And we're on the play 2. Like, Hammer can kill you on turn 2 if they play turn 1 Cicadas 8. Ornithopter. Or even Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Cicadas 8, something like that. Okay, this is good, because we already have our non-creature spells down. I mean, we have the 2 stirrings, which is awkward. They don't have a land either. We just now have to make sure we have a blocker. They can flash in hammers at instant speed. So I'm gonna stir. Shouldn't have played the land. If I'm gonna play stirrings, I don't want to make my land drop. Like, if I find Ballista, it's super good to kill their creatures. I think I'm gonna give them the draw even though they're mana screwed. If I find a Ballista off of this and can play it, so I have to let them draw the card here. Shouldn't have made my land drop though. Okay, no Ballista. Could Haywire Might... yeah. I should not have played this land, like I could Haywire Might away the Cicadas 8. Boseiju who endures too. So I guess we get the Ravager and try to kill them next turn. Because I don't think we're dying. So we're gonna have to block. But I think that's fine. Because like we don't want to randomly die to 2 flashed in hammers. And I think that's fine because we can animate Nexus, put counters on it, and then kill them with Ravager plus Nexus. We play Renin 6 and give it to your opponent with generous gift and they can't do anything to Sedge Inja. Yeah, I mean he's a 3-1, but he has hexproof. Renin 6, generous gift combo. Alright, against the odds time. I love it. Pure Steel Paladin. Definitely blocking. If they attack. And then they die. I mean, they can only flash in 1 hammer. But it's still fine. We activate this when they flash in the hammer. Move 5 counters here. Play Ravager, play land, sacrifice Ravager. Move another 5. But I guess we don't have to block since hammer only is plus 10 damage anyway. The plan loses to Solitude, but I'm like 99% sure hammer doesn't play main deck Solitude. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Let's look up a deck list. I'm pretty sure they don't. Like, it's a combo deck that main deck wants to just win. And then there's some... This deck doesn't even run sideboard Solitudes. You know what? They shouldn't have banned Lurus, because then people are incentivized not to run Solitudes. Anyway. So we get to have a lethal attacker and a Ravager with 6 counters. Amazing. Hardened Scales is very good at killing on turn 4. You should almost always keep a hand that has the potential to kill on turn 4. At least if you maybe like draw land or something. And you can also win on turn 3 if you have sort of the perfect hand. Right, we have a lot. 2 dismembers, 3 forces. And I think I'll also bring in the safe keepings for the green count and their sideboard cards. Like, they could have Solitudes. What is Strict Proctor? That's funny. And yeah, some sort of removal cards. So we don't need the Welding Char, the Search Injure, the Patchworks, those are too slow. Shattered Spire, CAULDRON, I'll keep one of each. Second Drum, I guess. Even though Drum is part of the kill them on turn 3 plan. Maybe take out second Ozolith. Not sure. Ozolith is also part of the killing them plan. You want to play that too, I guess. So maybe both. So we have like a lot of hate and still a pretty good plan. Not sure if CAULDRON is like generally too slow and you want the 2 Shattered Spires or the 2 Ozoliths instead. Let's try it this way. Somehow I'm blessed by the RNG god not to run into Beanstalk today. Okay, we have 2 scales, a Dismember, Haywire Might, and a Walker. Looks like a keep. Hand needs a little bit, like this is a hand where there's no clear path to victory, but we have the Enabler, we have the win condition, just needs like a Ravager and a land or something like that. A Saga is a Bars. Well, it's a Bars plus Red Source to piece it together. And we have 2 pieces of hate too. 3 if we draw only lands, we can keep this up to channel it. Opponent mulligans to 5 cards. It's a good sign for us. Nexus. Hammer. Well, Hammer just played out off of a Nexus, so the only ways to equip that are on turn 3 with playing 2 planes in the Paladin or Forge Anew. I hope we don't get mana screwed here. I mean, we can cast everything we have, but some lands would be nice. Walker wasn't a good draw. Walker's not really necessary in this matchup. No white mana over there. Pithing Needle. What's your naming? Ravager, Ballista. Ballista, yep. Don't have any at the moment, so that's good for us. Saga is a very good draw. Right, how do we lose to this Hammer? I don't think we can, right? Nexus is lethal, but worst case we still block with Walker. Could also just drop Scales and Might. Next turn play Walker and have Dismember up. Yeah, let's do that. Have Dismember and Might's activation up. Okay, Flooded Strand. So Forge Anew means they can equip, but they have no creature out. If you have not seen the card before, they play it usually now as an additional way to equip a hammer on the battlefield. It's an enchantment where you can put an equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield when it enters. And on your turn, 1 time, you can equip instant speed for 0 mana. Or you can equip for 0, yeah, the first time on your turn, and instant speed 1 time. Okay, so they're gonna make Construct, I guess. We just pass with a big Walker, Dismember, and Haywire Might activation up. That sounds pretty good to me. So if they're Forge Anew, they can equip the Construct. I'm not gonna Haywire Might the Saga. I'm gonna let it pop off because I want to use my interaction reactively rather than proactively. That's usually better. Like dismember a thing when they want to equip it. Or kill the hammer after it's already equipped and the creature is attacking me. To take out the attacker too, something like that. Yeah, we can beat constructs. I'm not scared about those. Especially with walkers on a lot of counters. Not a needle, I guess, does something, but... Okay, where am I? Sure. What's a saga? 2 cards left. I think we're fine though. Let's see if they attack. I kinda wanna start upticking this walker, honestly. If they wanna do some Yawgmoth stuff, we still have the dismember. We could jump block with the might since it's disabled anyway. Just take 5 damage. I'm gonna just take 5 damage. Because next turn these become 6/6. 6 success. Okay, they make it do 1 more damage this way, sure. We could dismember the land now if we wanted to. I should have done it. If I'm gonna do it, should have done it before combat. Do I still wanna do it? Because the ground creatures aren't scary. I guess this is only a flying attacker if they put the thing on and then have another mana up. So we could go to 10 and kill the land. I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. But I use my mana here and kill one of their win conditions. The constructs don't seem scary to me with my walkers. Nice draw. Even though we don't have red mana for its ability. Could get a drum if I wanted to. I'll just get Ozolith. Like, how do we lose this game? Even if they equip both constructs, I'm not scared of them. Especially now with Ozolith and everything out. I wish you people on YouTube could hear the music, it's banging. But I decided to not have it on the videos. Yawgmoth Nexus is a potential way to lose the game. So, if I get a chance, I'll make some... Okay. Flyers. I have a flying blocker too. Red mana would be sick, Ravager would be sick. I would put the nade in the coffin, I think. Even the... I bought it out, didn't I? Yeah, that card would be good here to just sacrifice my stuff and get Thopters and Ozolith counters. Just a land. I'm gonna slow roll that as a bluff. I'm gonna attack with that. If they wanna kill it, that's fine with me. That would actually be super good for me. Okay, yeah, they also agree. And I think we have enough defense that we can't really die, but it's possible. Maybe. Now I actually want them to attack me. I'd be able to make like 6 Thopters, 3 Ozolith counters, or 6 Ozolith counters. Maybe even more with Sabas. And then just kill the opponent off of that in the air. And I think it is a good idea not to play this land. Because you always, with decks like these, you always have to play around removal too. Possible removal cards. If my opponent has a card in hand, I play differently than if they don't. Or at least I consider the possible options. Alright, what does this get? Maybe Gingerbrute. Gingerbrute could lose us the game. If they can equip the hammer to it and make it unblockable. Shadow Spear, okay. That's sort of scary. Sheer Steel. Okay, do we die? Because hammer and Shadow Spear on a thing? What are you doing? Don't you want to just hammer Shadow Spear and attack me? Can't they just hammer Shadow Spear on the Nexus? Maybe they are playing around the Dismember now. Like they wanted the Paladin to be bigger. Okay, we need a way to activate Sabaz. I think we definitely have some bluff value here with this land. Like they could have animated Nexus and put both equipment on it and I die, I think. Amazing. Yeah, we need something now. I was kinda not really considering Shadow Spear, Pure Steel Paladin. Come on, Red Source. Ozolith. That's not good. So we attack with both walkers. They have to at least block one of them dead. Because they're 12. Actually, with the lifelink, that's not really true, but they would still have to block. Then we get Thopters for defense. What? Yeah. But do we die then? Probably not. It's possible. Like if they just put hammer and spear on a thing, it's really big. We just needed a way to kill one of our cards. It's so funny. I think it's attack both walkers. They have to block. And then hopefully survive a turn, but I'm not sure if we can. Because we got a lot of power, potentially trampling. I mean, we could cycle the Ozolith. Maybe I should have done that. Hope to find either Ravager or Red Source. Because if we get to kill the thing pre-combat, I get to make a big Thopter or something. Like now we don't get our Ozolith trigger yet. But as it stands, I'll play out Ozolith and put some counters on a flyer. But I'm not sure if we have enough toughness to survive. And now it's better than bluffing a removal spell, I think. Opponent can make a lot of trampling power. So we have to absorb that plus block the other threats. We're 10. They can make about 20 trampling power. So let's see what they do, but I think that's too much. We can only absorb 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe it's enough. Okay. That's fine though, we have flyers. That's not gonna win them the game, is it? Even if they activate again to get flying. 12-12. Infect, lifelink, trample. no flying for now. They can pay 1 to give it flying. But they can't add power, right? They can't flash in a hammer or flash equip. We have to block the constructs. Put this Abaz onto one of them. And the Thopter here. Absorb 5. What if they have a removal spell? So I want to double block this at least. And then kill them on the swing back, though they gain 12 life. But I can just Yawgmoth them off of Ozolith now. Like, if they have a removal spell, I have to double block the Trampling Lifelink Infect card. I guess we rather block with Haywire Might to gain 2 life. Is there any way to instant speed re-equip? We died to that anyway, I think. Shadow Spear on... well, not quite. Alright, let's see what happens here. But I think they should have done it differently, make the biggest Trampler. Because, like, what is Infect gonna do? If we had 10 life anyway. You should put the Hammer plus Spear combo on a big card. Pretty sure. Modular here. Do we beat a removal spell somehow is the question now. They're at 26, so killing on life is a bit rough, a bit hard to do. So we just Ozolith onto Yawgmoth and attack with that. Because we can... I don't think we can assemble 26 flying damage. If we had a way to kill this, we would. Alright, yeah. This is enough, we don't have to do anything else. This is a really interesting game. I thought we had it for sure, but the Shadow Spear is actually a complication. Plus, Haywire Might being disabled. Yeah, you get a Solitude. Should have done it then before the counters get put on it, I guess. They can have that X card. Yeah, March. Okay, the game continues. We would have lost if we didn't double block the Nexus, so that was a good call. Now I'm not sure if we survive though. Actually could have bluffed a card again. Actually this Thopter is now 11. It's quite a lot. And we have another 11 on Ozolith. We needed to draw like Force of Vigor, not just hardcast it, win the game. But it's not over yet, I think. I think the opponent should have ignored the infect kill. It was a trap. We would have had to block with more Thopters, I'm pretty sure. Nice Stoneforge. Seems a bit late. Pretty sure we can just win. Now. Actually, that could be too much trample damage now. 28 trampling damage. We're at 12. I think we can block our way out of that. 29. Like, you don't have 2 Shadow Spears. 19. 29. We can do 11 plus 10 is 21. Block the other threats with 1/1s. And then win with the Thopters. Dude, what a game. What if they have white card Solitude? Then we lose for sure, but if they don't... We soak up 21 damage here. By upticking Walker, it's 4 counters. Block that and that. Take 2 plus 8 is 10. So the 2 life from Haywire Might saves us. Plus actually playing out the land instead of bluffing something. I hope I counted correctly, but not like I can do anything else. They should have... You know what they should have done? Put all the damage on the not Hangerback Walker. You can do that. And then we have no creatures. Yeah. They ordered the blockers wrong. You can do all damage on one creature and not kill the other. If you order it first. But now they died to that. Oh my god. Magic is hard. 55 life though, so they don't die. We have only 33. We have only 33 Ozolith. We still need to draw like Ravager or something. Force of Vigor, that's a card. What the hell is this game? We can just kill the Shadow Spear and block everything ever. Okay, win in 2 attacks. So, don't think they have outs, because we drew that. Probably doesn't really matter what we kill. What else we kill? They could draw Fortune New, I guess, or have it in hand. I should have done... Nah, doing it in combat loses to the Hexproof card, so I think this is better. Fortune New is a one-off. Yeah, we lose to Fortune New. That's just the status quo. Do you have it? I'm not looking. Okay, I am looking. But only a little bit. I think they don't have it. Mistakes were made though, probably from both sides. I saw 2 mistakes from the opponent. One turn going for the infect, which ended up not being relevant. And one turn assigning the blockers wrong. No more trample, no more lifelink. Flying defender though. So also not dead. So we might actually need all these Thopters for defense. Can I get my other Force of Vigor? Probably should have killed the Needle on Ballista then instead of Hammer. Ravager is nice. Question is, should we even go for it? Like, they block with Yawgmoth on Thopter. We can sack the Ravager to make another Thopter lethal. It's a Miss Snake. Are there any snakes in this deck? Do we want to make 2 lethal Thopters? Because if they have removal, we probably die anyway. Can we make it so with Ozolith we have 3 lethal attackers? Yeah, we're going all in here. Make 3 attackers as big as possible. But I'm not sure if we can get to 18. I probably can. Everything adds 4. So they need... I don't think they can beat this. With a removal card plus a block. Because they're at 18. Opponent like, God, give me a lightning bolt or a shock even. GG's, that was sick. Oh my god. So they could block 1, and if they have another March of Otherworldly Light or Solitude, they could even deal with another, but we have 3 lethal attackers the way this played out. What a really fucking tight game. The Force of Vigor saving our ass, the March saving their ass one time. Shadow Spear making them have 55 life. So many, and we have 4-0. Oh my god, we have 4-0. Let's friggin' go. Snakes have scales, that's true. That's why the snake skin veil. Here we go, here we go, here we go again. We are fighting for the trophy in the finals. We have a hand with no green source on the draw against LS_907. I'm gonna mulligan it. If I see any flooded strands, I'm conceding the game immediately, by the way. Just kidding, of course, but... let's put 1 walker to the bottom. Pretty good draw. Two walkers aren't great if you can't really do anything with them. We just saw against our hammer. We just wanted to kill them so badly. Inspiring Vantage almost always means burn. No turn 1 Goblin Guide is a huge relief. And in-step bolts. Burn's a fine matchup. I have no Shadow Spears, but I have no doubt that it's still a fine matchup. Shadow Spear is clunky anyway. They can kill a thing that you want to put it on or something, and we can just kill them too. Anyway, okay, this is pretty nice. We can't really win on turn 3, but we can try to win on turn 4. We can, like, we definitely can. They have no creatures out, so what are the odds to burn kills you before turn 4 on just burn spells? They need about 7 burn spells, 6 if they have 4 damage cards. This deck doesn't shock itself, so if they're on the only spells plan, they probably need 7, which they can get if they have the perfect draw by turn 4. But I think it's highly unlikely. Sacred Foundry, 2 red, Searing Blaze, okay. Down to 11, but okay. There's no way we can deal 22. So we have to hope to survive one more turn and kill them. It's as simple as that. You know what? I think I should have played Worker, because if they top deck Goblin Guide now, I might want to block it. But, I mean, I'll just block and sack a Thopter. Because I need this Ravager to kill them next turn. Seeing Blaze the Thopter, sacrifice it. We go to 8. They cannot kill us from 8 with 2 mana, so I think we got it. The only question is, do we just go for it? Because they can kill something. Because they would need to use a lightning bolt for that. Okay. So we grab an Ozolith. Brain fart here. Obviously you want to play the scales first. So this is 3 counters. Would it have mattered? This enters with 3. Actually would have. Because then you can move 5. And Ozolith another 5. So it's kind of dumb. Any 5-0 gamers in the house. Because like, now I have to give up on the Ravager to go for the kill, which is probably fine. Because we still can do Ozolith stuff if they kill our attacker. And try again next turn. Because they would need to use a spell for that. So newly controlled, tap that. Question is, do we want to sack the Worker too? Like, what if we target the Nexus now with the Ravager ability and they kill it with a lightning bolt? We lose some stuff, so we could sack the Worker first to make it bigger. So it dodges a bolt, basically. Yeah, let's do that. Because this moves 4 counters. Yeah, now I don't think they can survive. It was still dumb. If I had just played the scales first, this would have been a lot easier. But they need double bolt now, and then they have 0 cards, and we still have some stuff. Any main deck exile effect? Nice. Yeah, this is why Burn's a fine matchup. And we have some stuff here. Instance of Pog, totally. What's up, by the way, Finit? How you doing? So we have these. You might be wondering, Chalice on 1 is good against burn, but it's also good against us. The Chalice is really only against the 0 mana combo decks with Cascade. So we drop these, this, and that. Pretty clean, simple sideboarding. You could play some 2 mana O4s. They prevent the suspend, Rift Bolt, and block cards. That being said, do we want that? Maybe over 1 Shattered Spire. More defense going. Yeah, nice to catch some Scaly Boys, and it's been going super well for us. We've been doing fine. Last week, or not last week, 2 days ago on Friday, I was in the same position, 4-0, fighting for the trophy, and then I ran into the mirror match, and it came down to the wire. So basically Scales won, but not us, sadly. We flooded out game 3, and the rest is history. Are they on the Goblin Guide draw? That's a lot scarier than the non-Goblin Guide draw. Swifty, almost as scary, I guess. Maybe even scarier, because we don't get any free lands. The awesome part is you never hurt yourself with Scales. Or almost never. I have 2 Carplusen Forests in the deck. Like if we, say, played Shockland, we might have died that game. The game 1. Alright. 2 bolts is 8 damage. No Rift Bolt suspended, so let's play 2 1-drops. Maybe Walker is better though, because like they can attack. Well, yeah, they can kill the Might. Maybe we just block with the Might. It's basically a life gain spell in the matchup. But they can still then kill the Sabas. And we have no board again. But any board effect that doesn't go face is fine, I guess. Second Swifty is good. Could double block a thing. That might be a good idea. Like when they play 1 spell, we still get to keep a creature. Yeah, let's do that. It has to end in a Scales trophy, good thing. Yeah, I don't think it was though. You don't always play against another 4-0 player. I'm not sure if they trophied or not, but they got the win that time. Alright. Yeah, that was fine. We gained 2 life. And Rift Bolt suspended. Wow, we can counter that now. Do we get greedy and search for a land? With Stirrings. I'm gonna go with no. It's highly unlikely you don't find a land with 5, but it can happen. And this just counters the Rift Bolt. It is kinda awesome. Because it's in exile. It doesn't counter it, they just can't cast it. They would need to double bolt the Jailer upkeep or something. So this is 2 mana, gain 3, and have a good blocker out. So I might be coming around on that actually. I usually didn't board that. But I found enough cards in the main deck that I didn't like, that I brought it in. Okay, so they can now do the bolt and kill it, but that's fine. That's still a Helix going on the creature. Wait, it's going face? Okay, then didn't matter. I did it in combat then, I guess. Okay. There would have been land. Guess we stir now. Maybe not. Let's play this. walk next turn, hopefully win. They only have one card left, so we can't possibly die. Still gonna cast Stirring instead of keeping up mana for the boss. But obviously you wanna do that before your land drop. Kind of mis-sequenced that, because it changed my mind. Now we start the beatdown. 2-2 coming in hot. Yeah, I think we got this. Like, they have 2 cards, we had 8. And they can't have land plus 2 4 mana cards. 2 land, or just 2. What's a card? That deals 4. Boros Charm. Would mean we die, so we might wanna just go for the kill again that turn. Definitely blocking that. Just with that. Yeah. Pretty sick against Rift and against their creatures. Ooh. This is kill the creature and deal 3 to me. But you're tapped out, so you're just dead. You don't know it yet. Probably can't see it coming. I think we are trophying, guys, if I don't misclick here. I haven't trophied in like forever. Many ways to win. The one crucial thing is tap the card where it says newly controlled and animate the other one. We could also have one with Ozolith and then just on damage. So we make an 8-8 Ravager by sacrificing all the Walker parts. And move 9 onto the Yawgmoth. And that, boys and girls, is how it's done. It's actually 11, since Sabasa adds 1 more. Yes! Let's go! And it's bringing us luck. August champion. I haven't gotten a trophy in months. That is awesome. There are so many bad matchups out, and we dodged all of them this time around. Time to open some chests. Slowly. There's an open all button, but I want to go one by one. Hopefully there's a good one. 25 is actually pretty good, usually it's just 5. Pair of dice lost. 5 mana for a pair of dice that's lost. Roll 2, 6-sided, return a number of cards with total mana value XLS. You know, nice. Infinity. Is this constructed playable? Like, not playable, but like, legal. It doesn't have the acorn, right? So it probably is. That's kind of cool. Or like, why would they even put cards on Magic Online that you can't play, right? Augur of Autumn. I usually use goat bots for the price. Sometimes these random cards have value for like commando or whatnot. But most of the time they don't. Ishin 2 Heavens as 1. Yo, we played Kamigawa the other day at my house. Kamigawa draft, and one of us made a 5-color deck with this dude. He just played every gold card and every mana fixer. That was so good. And I beat him because he stumbled sometimes, but when it worked, it was beautiful. No, Fetchland. Fetchlands are usually worth something. Dice isn't worth anything, yeah. Scalding Tarn is worth a few tickets though. Which edition do I have? Original. No, that's Modern Horizons. Wait, no. What was it? Yeah, Modern Horizons. It's nice. Always getting a bit of value. Yo. You also have enough creature cards in your graveyard. Isn't that doesn't that ability have a name? Like Undergrowth? I guess not in Magic Origins. But I could just search library for Planeswalker deck card. Dude, I'm so happy though. Scales is showing its strength again. And we put the Search Ninja in the main deck, and First game of the league, he got to kill the car and it was beautiful. Yo, this is a sign I should play some Lantern. Blessed Reincarnation. Rebound. Exile creature opponent controls. You polymorph an opponent's card with Rebound. Like, Undergrowth was, yeah, it was in Ravnica, but it's just a name for anything that cares about creatures in your graveyard. Draw another Rebound card. 6 mana cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand. Yeah, it's kind of meh. Dream Strix. Learn. Learn was a cool ability. That was like really cool stuff. Come on, give me some value. 45. Alright, Beastmaster Ascension. +5/+5. 7. That's kind of cool. I totally slammed that in draft. Probably. Pyre of Heroes. Oh, is that just Birthing Pod? Birthing Pod fixed? I didn't know that exists. Oh, it's just same creature type or something, yeah. I see. Alright, last chest, come on. Something. We did get one fetch land, but I want to get like a Desecrate Tomb Summoning Station. Oh, I once played an infinite combo deck with that in like Mirrodin Standard. When you march off the machine stat, where everything becomes a creature. No, wait. It was something else. It was not that card. Pinchers? What was the Pinchers? Anyway, it was the other station. Salvaging Station. Where you can, when a creature dies, you can untap it and you can return a non-creature artifact with mana value 1 or less. And with March of the Machines, it made it so the non-creature card then becomes a creature on the battlefield and you can untap it. I played some weird infinite combo deck with that. It wasn't good, but it was amazing. Anyway, yo, we did it. Let's fucking go. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.